Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my Death Battle prediction videos. I'm very sorry for the different look and sound of this video. I'm currently on vacation and I wasn't able to bring all of my equipment with me. There's also not really a good spot to set up my camera here anyway, so I'm just using this image for the visuals. And most importantly, I'm not the most flexible when it comes to my timing right now. So I'm doing this video anyway, but for the benefit of everyone, I'm going to make this prediction a little snappier. And thankfully, I think this is actually a prediction where that works. Also, there will probably be some spoilers afoot, so keep that in mind. So in terms of Omni-Man versus Homelander, I wasn't that surprised by its announcement. Ben Singer seemed to like Omni-Man versus Bardock more on Death Battle Cast, but Death Battle also showed interest in the fight on Twitter a while back, I believe, and this did seem to be the more popular fight, so I had a feeling they'd go with it in the end. I actually don't hate this fight like some people I know in the community do. I think it could be really fun, and it does work on a basic level, but I'll admit that I was personally hoping for Omni-Man versus Bardock. Maybe not for this season, but at some point. I even made a trailer for it if you want to go check that out. But still, I really like both of these characters, and I do think we could get a good episode, so it's fine with me. But now let's actually get to predicting this. I have to imagine that Death Battle will be looking at both the TV shows for these characters, but also the original Invincible and The Boys comics. And like most characters, the comics tend to be where the better feats lie. They technically did do a bit of analysis on Homelander in the 7 Battle Royale episode, but that whole episode only pertained to the show, and I think they were only looking at season 1 feats anyway. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong about that, maybe I am. But there's a lot more to go over, is my point. I don't think versatility is going to play a huge factor here, as both of their power sets are obviously based off Superman. There are some slight differences, but nothing that would turn the tides or anything. It's more so going to be about their stats and overall combat ability. So there seem to be some disagreements regarding how powerful and durable Omni-Man is, but if we're looking at the lowest possible estimate, we can use the feat where Omni-Man blew up his home planet Viltrum alongside fellow Viltrumite Thaddeus and his son Invincible, meaning that on his own he should be at least in the multi-continental to small planet range, especially considering how he's fought multiple Viltrumites at once, solidly making him one of the strongest ones around. When it comes to Homelander, he honestly hasn't shown much greater than being able to survive hydrogen bombs and just being way stronger than most other supes, which is still very impressive. But even if we assume that he can both output and survive the energy of the strongest nuclear weapon ever created, it would only be in the city level range. To be honest, even if Homelander could survive all of the world's known nuclear weapons at once, it still wouldn't stand up to the lowest estimates of Omni-Man's power and durability. Not to mention, Omni-Man once took a year fighting against a whole planet civilization and eventually wiping it out, which is far more stamina than Homelander has ever shown. In terms of speed, there are records of Omni-Man traveling quote-unquote well above the velocity of light, and also traveling at least 4 light years in 2 weeks, which would put him at massively faster than light speeds, of course. Or if you want to just look at what we've definitively seen Omni-Man do, he's still definitely almost light speed at least, as shown by him casually catching a baseball that Invincible threw around the planet in seconds. And once again, it really doesn't look like Homelander has feats of the same scale in this stat. He should be comparable to A-Train, who can run multiple times faster than sound, and he's covered great distances across the United States in short time frames, which could put him well beyond the hypersonic range, but that's pretty much the extent of it, both in the show and the comic. I know Stormfront has weather and lightning powers, so it's possible Homelander has a random lightning dodging feat that I've never heard of before, but even if he did, it wouldn't be up to the same quality or quantity as Omni-Man's feats. Now, yes, I understand that even some of Homelander's best feats are performed incredibly casually, and it took someone who was literally created to be better than him to kill him. So the limits of his strength and speed are most likely higher than what we've seen on screen or on panel. My guess is that that's basically the point. But there's still no proof that he could do anything to the degree that Omni-Man can, so it's still way easier to argue for Omni-Man. again. You know, we can't just assume Homelander's maximum potential is on par because we want to. The feats they've displayed are still the most accurate depiction of what they can do, and Omni-Man's feats and potential scaling are really just outside the range of what's shown in The Boys. Omni-Man's also way older thanks to his decelerated aging, and likely has better combat experience and training. And if you want to talk intelligence, I wouldn't say there's a huge difference, but Homelander is definitely more mentally unstable, which might work to his advantage to a degree, but I'd imagine Omni-Man to keep a cooler head throughout the fight. And Omni-Man doesn't have any major weaknesses except for maybe getting his enhanced senses overloaded, as it has happened before, but I don't see Homelander exploiting that as well as Omni-Man could exploit Homelander's insanity. Like I said, I don't think this fight needs a ton of explanation to get a good grasp on it. Whether Death Battle looks at just the shows or both the shows and the comics, which is what I imagine they'll do, I think Omni-Man's showcases are just better, and there's more reasoning you could use to argue him winning. But that's just me. If you feel differently, or if you have any other information on the characters you want to share, feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. That would be amazing. Again, sorry for the different kind of video. I know the audio quality is just crap and it's not usually like this, but I hope I've covered enough regardless, and I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for me, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Peace out.